Bucky.
Well, I know, but it's wintertime in the North Country. This week's show with Wicked Yankee TV is all about winter sports in northern New England. It's been an extreme, old-fashioned winter with record snowfall up north and bone-chilling cold.
Nobody, though, Bucky, does extreme winters better than us Wicked Yankees.
No, that's true.
Yeah, not only do we survive the winters, we thrive in these winters.
Well, we do thrive, that's for sure. So this week's show is called Extremes. And you're going to be, because people have changed the equipment so much over the years. So the ski boots have changed, the skis have changed, the bindings, the technology, just ever growing and ever evolving, even with lifts like behind us, and the snowmaking and all of that.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I do love the high-speed quad. We don't have to wait in too many long lines anymore. But I gotta tell you, it's all about Yankee ingenuity, reinventing the equipment, the sport, and we love people that come to this country and show us their idea of new sports. So
grab yourself a warm drink, bundle up, and let's watch the show.
Riders ready! 5-second warning!
This is Wicked Yankee TV at Fenway Park. We're at Red Bull's Crash Ice Competition. It's an amazing event, right, Bucky?
Right at home plate. Who would have thought this would ever happen?
These are some of the best skaters in the entire world, racing down a track of complete ice, fighting it out tooth and nail to win the competition.
Let's watch.
The race was intense tonight for me. I had a pretty decent few heats. I felt really good out of the gate, but lots of tight heats with the boys. Tough heats, especially that semifinal with like Iggy and Scott. And I mean, it was crazy. The track in this venue was amazing. I thought that leaving Minnesota we would probably lose a little bit when it came to the crowd, but they did this justice, man. The crowd was amazing. The venue looked awesome, and yeah, it got me fired up, that's for sure.
Yeah, this means a lot to me. I had tons of friends and family here. I had a Dartmouth crew, so hats off to them for coming out and supporting, and I'm happy I could take it home. Yeah, that final was really tough. Actually, Miriam beat me out of the gate, but I kind of squeezed her off on that inside and held my lane the rest of the way, so yeah, took it home. Yeah, Fenway has been so unique. It's been incredible. Look at the atmosphere in here. It's insane. So I think the stadium was huge for Red Bull Crashed Ice, and I hope to see it in a stadium again sometime.
There are 1,000 ways to lose here tonight. 1,000 ways it can all go wrong. And the fact is, it'll go exactly right for only one.
Scott Croxall's gonna make it a three-peat.
Which is exactly what makes Red Bull Crashed Ice so interesting.
Going into this season, I want to push myself to be the world champion again. No one's done it 2 years in a row.
Overall, great season, but I want to be world champion for sure.
Use your feet. Feet for skating. What happened?
Cam is disliked, I think, because he's cocky.
I think you're cocky.
Disagree. I disagree.
19 overall is not that bad.
Super.
Having fun, yeah.
Four athletes, 4 races and infinite ways to lose or win.
Who would have thought that we'd be seeing Sweet Carolina Fenway Park in the middle of February?
I know, it's crazy. Caroline, the theme, so good, so good, so good.
Training. Can you explain some bit about your training? Because freestyle aerialists, they go into the pools and the water, and what can you each explain your training that makes you unique?
Yeah, I go to a CrossFit gym 5 to 6 days a week. I also go to Acceleration Minnesota, which is a skating treadmill. They can turn up the incline just as you would on a running treadmill, but you're actually on skates. Can do some jumps on there. We all go to a skate park in Minnesota, the Factory, about once a week, and then I also play hockey twice a week. So very busy there with also having a full-time job. So tough time management, but yeah, it's kind of my training 5-6 days a week.
My dad competed actually in rollerblading on ramps, and he put me on skates at age 3. So I've been skating since pretty much when I learned how to walk. And then I started playing hockey when I was 10. So I like to say I've been training for a sport that I didn't even know existed. And then 2013 came around, and I saw the sport, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is me. And ever since, just been riding ramps and playing ice hockey, and it's been perfect for me.
I do pretty much the exact same thing that Amanda does. It's just to elaborate on it, it's training for different types of sports. Like you'll train your hockey skating stride just to build that strength at the treadmill. I go to E-Train, she's at Acceleration, but go to the skate park, that trains your air awareness. Playing hockey, that just keeps you active on the ice. Then I go to the CrossFit gym, that builds your strength and so on. There's downhill mountain biking, there's snowboarding in the winter, there's long distance rollerblades. Like you just do all sorts of different sports that are going to blend together into this one amazing sport.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Our off-season preparation follows a very simple concept of, building up the basics, which means physical abilities like strength, speed, endurance.
I usually go to the gym a few times a week.
My preparation consisted of getting in the weight room as many days of the week as I can, typically 5 days a week, if not more.
I have a few different ways of working out. Part of it is flyboarding. Yeah, I just think it's a great way to work on your balance, and it's a fun way to get on the water and have fun before we hit the ice.
I get on the ice 3 days a week playing hockey, and then I try and throw in 1 or 2 other days of the week just to get out there and maybe work on endurance or my starts, things that I can't do while I'm in the middle of a hockey game.
I do a lot of indoor rollerblade training on jumps and different pump tracks.
Doing lots of biking and jogging and cardio sports.
Try and throw in some cross training like mountain biking or downhill off-road rollerblading.
We can train on our wooden track, on the couch garden track back home.
We actually took a trip to Austria to the Lagos track.
It's definitely an advantage to have something like that.
Every year the skaters get better, faster, and more skillful, so people are gonna be even faster than last year, that's for sure.
Riders, ready! 5-second warning!
We're in front of the New England Ski Museum in North Conway, New Hampshire, and we are here, and I'm very excited about it because personally, being an old-time skier myself and being on the Pro Freestyle Tour and on the Professional Ski Patrol Association and all that stuff, I said coming in here is a special time for me. Some of these people actually in here were friends of mine, like Tyler Palmer, who was right from this area, Kearsarge, New Hampshire, I believe. And so we're going to go in and talk to Brian Fowler. He's the general manager here, and he's very knowledgeable on stuff. So let's go inside. We are here with Brian Fowler from the New England Ski Museum in North Conway, New Hampshire. It's brand new, it's a year old, and this place is fascinating. Of course, being a former pro skier myself, I just am fascinated by everything that's in here, all the memorabilia, all the history. It's just so cool in this place. How many visitors do you get here, let's say on a weekend?
Well, we have several hundred on a typical weekend.
In here you have this tremendous collection of different skis and very prolific collection. What can you tell us about some of these?
Well, the exhibit is designed to give you the idea of the evolution of the ski, the technical evolution of it. You can start over here with the hand-hewn ski that has an animal skin on the back of it. When you hear people talk about skins today, they don't really know what they're talking about.
That's amazing.
This is a real skin. The ski is hand-hewn. This one came, as far as we know, from China, this particular sample we have. But it's hand-hewn, as you can see, and these are probably elk and deer hides attached to the ski.
So in other words, can I take this out?
I can't really get it
all the way out. So I can see where the fur goes against the grain, so it helps you walk up the mountain.
Right, all the fur is headed
And
backwards.
then headed back that way, so you want to come down. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to try to do a slalom with this ski, but it would take you over the ground.
Cool.
Then what began to happen was people liked to ski, obviously, and they were trying to perfect their technique to go faster or better turns and so forth. Along about in here somewhere, here's a Northland ski like the one you were talking about.
Right.
This one doesn't have a metal edges on it. But along about this time, in the 1950s, people began to think that you could turn on ice better if you had a metal edge.
I see.
So people
was Northland the first company that made metal edges? I mean, for retail?
I don't honestly know who was the first one that commercially did it. But what people would do is take a Northland ski and they take a router down the outsides and inside of the ski and create a channel. And then people would take little strips of metal and screw them into the channel. So they effectively created a metal edge. It didn't take long before that got to be pretty popular. And as you can see, as we get on the line here, the metal edges became pretty much common. The other thing that was going on during all of this time was bindings. If you go back to some of the early bindings, you were basically lashing the ski to
That's
your
amazing,
foot.
yeah.
But you had to take...
well, isn't this what Peter Limmer's boots were designed to do, was to fit in a slot type thing? Or?
Yeah, the early ski boots were
all leather.
Yeah, they look at the binding type and design the boot to go with it.
Because the metal was on the ski boot too, right?
Yeah,
right here.
Right. And elsewhere in the museum, we got some samples of ski boots that show that.
Right.
But these bindings were pretty flimsy.
I guess so.
And you wouldn't want to try to ski anything highly technical with these kinds of bindings. Something like this would be a real challenge. Anyway, so as you come along, the skis begin to get more and more sophisticated. Instead of a flat wooden surface like the original Northlands, you begin to get a rib coming down the middle, which gave the ski more strength and gave it more flexibility in the turns.
Now, I have to interrupt you here for a minute. I noticed that this is the 80th year of Tony Matt shushing the head wall, right?
Well, yes it is, 1939.
And this is his ski with his name on it. Did he actually use this ski to do it?
I don't believe he did use this ski.
Okay. Well, that one like that.
One like it, yeah.
I see.
I mean, his name was pretty famous at that time, and sort of like Jean-Claude Keely, you get your name on the ski. So, anyway, this one is from the 10th Mountain Division in World War II.
Okay.
There were hundreds of thousands of these made. You used to see them all over the place. They're beginning to leave the scene. But this is a Northland ski with metal edges, made for the military, and as I say, used by the 10th Mountain Division.
Binding right here, a leg breaker because of these things here, and it was like a free floating front.
Yep.
So it's so unpredictable, that binding, isn't it?
Yeah, it anticipated you were going to lose the ski only in one way.
Only in one way.
And
That's
if you
right.
lost it some other way.
Yeah, it would snap your ankle because these things were part of the binding process.
Right.
To tie right around your leg.
Right.
Brian, this has been a wonderful, fascinating tour through the technology of skis at the New England Ski Museum here in North Conway. You know what you're talking about. Thank you. We are coming back because there's so many more stories, so many local people that did well in the Olympics, and the ski trains that came up here, and the involvement of the Austrians. And this area is such a close-knit area, the North Conway area, with Cranmore, Attitash, Wildcat, all these Black Mountain, all these skiers up here. So we are coming back sooner than later. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Hi, we're here with Emma Pierce at the Appalachian Mountain Club. It is the oldest mountain club in the entire country.
That's right, yeah.
Unbelievable. And this is in, what town are we in?
We're in Bretton Woods, New Hampshire here.
This is in Bretton Woods, New Hampshire. It's probably about 14 degrees, but it feels about -5.
Even as we say this, the sun just went down behind the mountain and automatically, like 5 degrees colder. So, yep, we're here at the Highland Center. It's an absolutely beautiful day.
Can you tell us what the Highland Center is?
Sure thing. So the Highland Center is an AMC center. It's a lodge. We run hiking trips out of here. We do youth programming, outdoor education, all sorts of things going on. Our biggest event recently has been hanging out in these giant snow piles that we have, so it's like our own mini mountain.
They're like 8 feet tall.
So we're gonna go on an expedition and try to find an igloo some kids have been building.
Oh,
they were
my
using
goodness.
milk crates and filling them with snow and making blocks that way, so it looked like a lot of fun, yeah.
What made you get involved with doing something like this? This is such a unique job opportunity.
It totally is, yeah. So I started going to summer camp when I was a little kid and learned that I loved backpacking, and I pretty much decided I wanted to work outdoors. And so I just started finding jobs like that, and eventually it led me here to the AMC, which is a pretty large-scale outdoor operation. It's actually the oldest outdoor group in America. So
Is it really?
It is, yeah.
It's the largest. So how long has it been around for?
The oldest outdoor group, essentially.
Wow.
So I believe 1876 was when it was founded. So there's a lot of history going on here.
That's fantastic. Emma, south of New Hampshire in places like Boston, people don't realize how much snow is actually up here. How has this winter been?
Yeah, so this winter we have a lot of snow up here, actually more than normal. So we have like snow drifts that are like 7 feet high. There's a lot of snow cave building going on, but we have feet and feet of snow, and then it all blows right across this open field right in front of our building too. So we even get more extreme levels of snow than a lot of people are seeing. So yeah, we also have this amazing igloo some kids built right here.
Crazy.
I'm gonna climb right in.
Wow, would you look at it? Oh, people are learning how to have fun.
It's like 10 feet deep.
Woo! Holy crap! I'll never be able to get in.
There's a very small hole here for children. I don't know if adults will fit through this hole.
I don't have my gloves on.
You want to borrow some?
Wait, hold on.
You take turns.
Okay, hold on. I'll try to climb through here, Becky.
Oh yeah. That's what it's all about, people.
I did it! I did it!
So.
Oh, this is great. Well, Emma, this is Wicked Yankee TV. Thank you for joining Bucky Lewis and me. We're in Bretton Woods, New Hampshire. Have a great day.
If you could give me just one break, Lord, just one break, Lord, that's all I need. Just some mercy on my journey, for this darkness is all I see. 'Cause I've been climbing up to meet you on my hands and on my knees. With all my weakness, my good shepherd
want to give her the gloves?
Oh yeah, do you want them?
That's okay.
Right out.
She's coming right out.
True nor'easter.
Yeah.
Woo!